Hello everyone. Today, we are diving into something pretty incredible project that's changing the game for video models. This isn't just another update. It's a leap toward enabling what we call video reasoning and advanced processing in AI-generated video. The project is called Video Reason, and if you head over to its Hugging Face page, you'll see it's a collaborative effort involving multiple universities. Their goal? To equip AI video models with actual reasoning capabilities during the generation process. Right now, most general AI video models struggle in specific domains. They lack a deeper understanding of how things should logically behave on screen. In this project, the team has highlighted 5 key areas they're tackling: perception, abstraction, spatiality, transformations, and general knowledge as it applies to video generation. Research shows that, more often than not, these domains aren't properly enabled in current video generation workflows. The result? You end up with clips that look, well, unreasonable. Objects might defy physics, move in impossible ways, or just plain not make sense. In simple terms, the physics reasoning is missing. And without that, generating realistic, physics-based video clips becomes nearly impossible. Beyond physics, there's also a gap in how these models handle knowledge across different aspects and domains. That's exactly what Video Reason aims to fix. The team is using 3D objects, squares, and various shapes to test whether an AI video model can be taught to reason specifically, to understand spatial relationships and the physical behavior of objects. Can the model figure out where something should go, how it should move, and in what direction? That's the core challenge this project is addressing. Let's look at an example. On the project page, you'll find text prompts that aren't your typical cinematic descriptions. These aren't about painting a beautiful scene with words. Instead, they're almost scientific in nature, precise instructions telling the model exactly where an object should move, where it should be placed, and ensuring it follows the correct trajectory. Take this short prompt, for instance. Find the Chinese character among the displayed characters. Only one character is Chinese, so draw a red circle around it. What this means is that the video model must first identify which character is Chinese, then animate a red circle appearing around it. The output shows the first and last frames of this process. Even though the character is tiny, the model successfully identifies it. If you zoom in, you'll notice the other symbols are all English letters O, Z, R, an open bracket, and a capital M underneath. Now, someone might ask, wait, this example provides the first and last frames. Couldn't I just write a prompt asking the AI to animate a red circle appearing and get the same result? Not quite. The whole point here isn't just to reach the end frame. The goal is to demonstrate that the AI can process logic, solve puzzle-like problems, and move step by step in the right direction to reach the final frame the user provided. It's about the reasoning process, not just the outcome. Here's another great example: completing a sliding puzzle. The objective is to arrange numbered tiles in ascending order within a square grid. The first frame acts as the question, the starting point, while the last frame is the answer. Nothing is given to the AI for the frames in between. The model is solely responsible for animating the transition from start to finish, over a 4-second duration. Looking at the output, you can see all the numbers on top of the square tiles. As the animation progresses, the model identifies the wrong order. It moves the 20 to the top first, then shifts the 14 down to align with the 13. Next, the 10 prepares to move up, aligning with the 9. Once the 15 appears underneath, the model recognizes that 15 shouldn't be beside 20, so it moves again. With a standard AI video model, you'd likely see random movements tiles shifting unpredictably until they somehow match the final frame. But here, there's logic. Each move is deliberate. The model determines what should move, when it should move, and how the numbers should be arranged to make sense in ascending order. By the end, it seamlessly reaches the desired final frame. This framework is fascinating. It's pushing video models beyond mere animation or artistic flair. It's giving them a form of fundamental intelligence, something akin to human IQ, enabling them to solve puzzles and tackle problems. From a human perspective, moving bricks in a sliding puzzle seems basic. But for AI, it's a huge hurdle. Without reasoning, you get weird morphing effects. Remember that robot hand shown earlier? Without video reasoning, the bricks would morph strangely, stacking incorrectly or pushing through each other. Or consider the mice navigating a maze. Without reasoning, they'd simply clip through walls, desperate to reach the endpoint regardless of obstacles. Now, let's talk about testing this video reasoning capability. Keep in mind, this is still a research project led by my university. It's not a production-ready tool where you flip a switch and instantly enable reasoning across all video models. However, they've successfully implemented it using Wan 2.2 as part of their experimental framework. I'm going to walk you through some tests and showcases to see how it performs in practice. On the Hugging Face repository, you'll find a specific implementation of Video Reason enabled with Wan 2.2. Since Wan 2.2 is open source, it's becoming a popular choice for research-focused video projects. The repo includes performance metrics showing how the model behaves both within and outside its trained domains. If you're unsure where to start, the best approach is to use first and last frames. This gives the AI clear guidance on the progression it needs to achieve between those 2 points. After all, video generation involves creating multiple frames, so having a defined start and end helps the model understand the logical steps required in between. For instance, one example shows a first frame with colored boxes in a certain order and a last frame where those boxes have been reordered. The result, a 2-second clip, demonstrates the model successfully rearranging the boxes according to numerical instructions. The prompt explains. The scene shows a sequence of 3 colors arranged horizontally from left to right. Positions labeled 0 to 2 are shown below. Essentially, it's asking the AI to reorder the boxes based on those labels. I decided to test this locally in ComfyUI. Here's how it works. You can run the video reason models for Wan 2.2 using LoRA adapters extracted from the Hugging Face repo. These LoRA files are also available in the Wan Video Comfy Hugging Face repository. I'll drop the link in the video description so you can download them directly into your Models LoRA folder. Once you've got the files, jump into ComfyUI. The workflow I'm using is a standard image-to-video setup. My first attempt didn't go as planned. The numbers started in the wrong order, and although the model tried to push the 0 into the first position, it couldn't render the correct sequence. Why? Because I wasn't providing the first frame, I was just using a basic image-to-video node. That's not the right approach. To make this work, you need to use the first and last frames node, connecting both images just like the example workflow demonstrates. So, I reconnected everything, swapped out the standard image-to-video node for the Wan first-last frame-to-video node, and loaded the 2 example images I grabbed from the demo page. I copied the prompt exactly as shown, no changes there. A quick reminder, make sure you're using the image-to-video version of Wan 2.2, not the text-to-video variant. Next, I added the LiteX2V LoRA to speed up sampling. Since this demo only involves moving circles and blocks, high quality isn't critical, so I dropped the sampling steps down to 4. Then, I loaded the Video Reason LoRA model, connecting it to the high noise model path. There's also a logic switch included in the updated ComfyUI template for Wan 2.2, which lets you toggle the low sampling steps of LiteX2V on or off. Everything flows from the high noise model, through the switch, and finally into the LoRA loader. I hadn't tested this setup before recording, so I was crossing my fingers. Given the model name specifies it's for the high noise path, connecting it there should be sufficient. Generation times weren't an issue thanks to LiteX2V, it ran quickly. Alright, here's the first result. Honestly, it's not perfect. The visual quality suffers a bit, likely due to the low sampling steps and the fact that the original demo used the full model. But look closely at the progression. Starting from the reference frame, the model attempts to move the number 2 to the right and shift the orange box to the middle. It recognizes that the purple box labeled 0 is already in the correct position, so instead of flipping it elsewhere, it leaves it be. That said, the number rendering isn't consistent across frames. This could be due to using FP8 models or insufficient sampling steps. Still, the core behavior is there. The purple box demonstrates a form of thinking. It starts moving toward the center like the others but then corrects itself, returning to its proper 0 position. This aligns perfectly with the text prompt and the expected final frame. In ComfyUI, we can't visualize the model's thought process like we do with language models. But based on the interpolation, especially the purple box correcting its path, it's clear the video reason logic is active. The model isn't just guessing, it's reasoning through the movement. For the next test, I bumped up the sampling steps and switched the diffusion model to FP16 to see if that improves consistency, especially with the numbers. I also tried a new example, a bouncing ball simulation. Most diffusion-based video models struggle with physics like this. They can't reliably make a ball bounce within a confined space, following realistic trajectories from a starting point. If we can nail this locally, it would be a massive leap forward for Wan 2.2 and other open-source models applying video reasoning. I loaded the 2 frames and used the prompt. A ball is placed at the initial position with a direction. Simulate this bouncing 2 times off the boundary of the wall, following elastic collision physics. The emphasis on physics here is key. If this works locally, imagine the possibilities. Characters jumping off buildings, performing normal jumps, all could benefit from this method. Let's check the result. The ball bounces exactly twice, following the correct directions, with smooth, natural motion. It's not perfect, no system is, but it solves a significant chunk of the physics problem. The benchmark data suggests around 68% improvement in reasoning tasks, which is optimistic but promising. Speaking of improvements, I think LTX Video should seriously consider integrating video reasoning. Many of its current issues, like characters turning while their heads stay frozen, looking ghostly, or limbs breaking unnaturally during high-motion scenes, could be mitigated with this approach. Dynamic camera movements and complex actions would become far more reliable. Moving on, I wanted to test something more complex, a maze navigation task. This falls under a different domain within the project. The goal is for a green ball to find a path through a maze to meet a red ball. I loaded the start and end images and used this prompt for the maze images. This prompt isn't artistic, it's logical. It sets clear rules, much like prompting a thinking model like Thinking Language Model. Love this style, it's precise and functional. Let's see how the model handles it. The output shows the green marker moving step by step along the path. It doesn't fly through walls or magically appear at the end. Instead, it navigates logically, one step at a time, until it reaches the destination. This isn't just interpolation, it's genuine reasoning in action. It's a huge step forward for video diffusion models. Imagine applying this to something larger, like a building collapse in a movie. Instead of random explosions, the structure could fall realistically, following physics and structural logic. Or think about game animations, chess puzzles, strategy games where pieces move according to rules. This technology makes that possible. For my final test, I tried a shape-fitting puzzle. The task: pick the correct brick from a set and place it into an empty space shown in the first frame. The progress should show the model identifying the missing piece, indicated by dashed lines, and inserting it correctly. First, I ran it without the video reason LoRA enabled. The result? The animation reached the correct end frame, but the journey was messy. Blocks moved in illogical directions, duplicates appeared, and the placement made no sense mid-animation. At the 3-second mark, a block tried to move on its own, creating a duplicate in the middle. By the 4th second, pieces filled the space, but not in any coherent order. Then, I enabled the LoRA and reran the same prompt. The difference was night and day. The model clearly evaluated which block fit, paused as if thinking, and then moved the correct multi-block object into place as a single unit. The dashed lines disappeared exactly as instructed. No duplicates, no chaos, just logical, step-by-step reasoning. Enabling the LoRA fundamentally changed how the model approached the task. It wasn't just animating, it was solving a problem, and that's the breakthrough here. Most AI video models weren't built for reasoning like language models were. Their benchmarks in these areas are naturally low compared to humans. But with video reason on Wan 2.2, we're seeing scores climb up to 0.6 overall across the 5 domains: abstraction, knowledge, perception, spatiotemporal understanding, and transitions. Every domain showed improvement. All this data comes from a verified dataset. with detailed documentation on how each task was constructed. You can explore everything on their website. For me, this is incredibly exciting. Without reasoning, AI video models will never achieve true physical realism. This is the baseline improvement we've been waiting for. That wraps up today's deep dive. If you're passionate about pushing AI video models further, definitely check out the Video Reason project. Give it a try in your own workflows. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a great day, and see ya.